No, no be, no, no. Ok, estudiantes, hoy vamos a discutir el subjuntivo presente otra vez. Ok, the present subjunctive. These are just the basics that I want you to know so you do better on the final. Okay, do you remember when you use the subjunctive? Okay, do you remember the difference between the indicative and the subjunctive modes of conjugating verbs in Spanish? What triggers a subjunctive? Do you remember all those triggers? What are the situations in which we use the subjunctive? Do we use the subjunctive on every sentence that has a subjunctive trigger? Okay, how is the structure of the subjunctive sentence? Okay, en español, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre el indicativo y el subjuntivo? ¿Qué provoca el subjuntivo? ¿En qué situaciones usamos el subjuntivo? ¿Cómo es la estructura de la oración subjuntiva? Okay, in español, in Spanish, we have two modes of conjugation. Okay, el modo indicativo, the indicative, that we use to express actions or events that we think are real, definitely real, and that are based on facts, son basadas en hechos. Por ejemplo, es cierto que Luis va a Cartagena. Estamos seguros de que Luis va a Cartagena. No hay duda, okay, no hay duda. Ok, el subjuntivo, ok, el subjuntivo se usa ¿para qué? Para expresar situaciones hipotéticas, hypothetical situations, like attitudes or emotions or wishes or doubt of the people who is speaking, which is the speaker, okay? Por ejemplo, no creo, I don't believe, no creo, que Luis vaya a San Andrés. Dudamos de que Luis vaya a San Andrés. Okay, ¿cómo se forman los verbos regulares del subjuntivo? Okay, ¿cómo conjugas en subjuntivo? How do you conjugate a verb in the subjunctive? Okay, if the verb is regular and it ends in ar, ar, okay, como hablar, okay, you simply get rid of the ending of r and add the endings, okay, these endings. Yo hable, tú hables, él hable. Okay, en indicativo sería yo hablo, tú hablas, él habla. Okay, how do you conjugate a verb that ends in er and is regular? Okay, you get rid of the er and you add subjunctive endings. Yo coma, tú comas, él coma, nosotros comamos. Okay, in the indicative it would be, oh, yo como, tú comes, él come. Ok, las terminaciones de los verbos regulares que terminan en ir, como vivir, como escribir, son las mismas de los verbos que terminan en er. Okay, the endings in the subjunctive of the verbs that end in er are the same as the ones for the verbs that end in IR. Yo viva, tú vivas, ella viva. En indicativo sería yo vivo, tú vives, él vive. Okay, don't forget the yogo verbs. What are yogo verbs? Okay, those are the verbs that in the indicative, in the first person, you conjugate them ending in go, like yo digo, yo hago, yo oigo. The rest of the conjugation is different. Now, when you use those verbs in the subjunctive, okay, you conjugate the whole verb using the G with the correct ending of the subjunctive. Como decir, yo digo, okay? But in the subjunctive, it would be yo diga, tú digas, él diga. Ok, aquí tenemos una lista de los más comunes. Ok. Ok, recuerden los verbos. Remember the verbs that have spelling changes, like the verbs that end in car, como buscar. You see how it changes the C to Q, U. Ok, yo busque, tú busques, él busque. Okay, the same changes we can see when a verb ends in gar. Okay, you see spelling changes here, like in the verb llegar. The G needs a U to produce the sound of the G. Okay, don't forget that. And verbs that end in ZAR, the Z is going to change to C. Okay, like empezar. Yo empiece, tú empiezas, you use a C, not a Z. Okay, I hope the difference between Z and C, when I pronounce it, you can understand it, because that is a sound that do not exist in Spanish. Okay, in the subjunctive, we also have verbs that cambian de raíz, stem changing verbs, okay? And they follow the same rules as the verbs that change, that are stem changing in the indicative. But remember that in the person nosotros and vosotros, there's no change, so it's kind of a little bit different. Okay, it's a little bit different. So yo pienso, but in the subjunctive is yo piense. Okay, the stem change is the same, the ending changes in the subjunctive, and the nosotros and vosotros persons don't have stem change. Okay, nosotros pensemos, vosotros penséis, nosotros devolvamos, vosotros devolváis. Okay. Okay, the stem changing verbs that end in ir are going to reflect the stem changes in the present indicative, but also in the preterite indicative. So if you look at sentir, which is to feel, okay, when you conjugate it in the indicative, you say yo siento, tú sientes, él siente. In the subjunctive, you use the same stem change, but what changes is the ending. Yo sienta, tú sientas, él sienta. However, in the persons nosotros y vosotros, the change in the stem is based on the preterite. So we don't say sientamos o nosotros sentimos, perdón, sentimos. No, decimos sintamos. Vosotros sintáis, ¿ok? Nosotros no decimos, nosotros pedimos. We say nosotros pidamos, vosotros pidáis. Nosotros durmamos, no nosotros dormimos, nosotros durmamos, nosotros, vosotros durmáis. Okay, and these are the most common irregular verbs, and they're really irregular because there's not a change in only in the stem. There's a whole change in the verb, and they are dar, estar, ir, saber, y ser, and you have to memorize them and know them by heart. Okay, remember that you can go to your My Spanish Lab, and there are grammar tutorials for the regular forms of the present subjunctive, for the spelling changes in the present subjunctive, and for the irregular present subjunctive. Okay? Okay, let's do an exercise. Let's watch this photo, and you're going to write a sentence in the subjunctive that describe this photo or that expresses what you think. Okay. I'm going to give you some time, and then I'm going to give you examples. So you can stop the PowerPoint here, I think, or maybe you cannot. I'm not sure. Let's see my sentences. Okay, es triste, okay, which expresses emotion, que personas no tengan hogar. Es necesario que el gobierno, okay, I think it's important. I'm trying to influence your opinion. Es necesario que el gobierno ayude a las personas y a los animales que no tienen hogar. Es increíble, that shows emotion, que en los Estados Unidos haya tanta pobreza. Okay. Me alegra que el hombre y el perro sean amigos. Es urgente, okay, que nosotros rescatemos perros sin hogar.